Hello, my PUC second year students. Now I will continue the topic from chapter 4.2. Today's topic is Buddhism. Gautam Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. He was born at Lumbini Garden, now in Nepal, in 563 BC. His early name was Siddhartha. His parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. Shuddhodana was the chief of Shakya clan of Kapila Vastu. Maya Devi died when Siddhartha was a child of 7 days. So he was brought up by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. Siddhartha was brought up in great luxury. He was married to Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16. As a son was born to them who was named Rahula. According to a Jataka story, one evening Siddhartha wandered out of the palace and he saw an old man, a sick man, a funeral procession, and a sage. Siddhartha saw only sorrows and sufferings in the first three scenes and found happiness in the fourth, that is, a sage who had renounced the worldly life. These four sights profoundly affected the life of young Siddhartha. So he decided to renounce the worldly life. He renounced his wife, child, parents, and the kingdom to find out the root cause for all the sorrows. This event is known as the Great Renunciation. Then Siddhartha spent the life of a wandering ascetic. He kept himself away from sensual desires and realized that mere penance will not bring enlightenment. He attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Gaya at the age of 35. He then onwards came to be known as Buddha, meaning the enlightened one. The meaning of Buddha means the enlightened one. He was also called Tathagatha, meaning one who has realized the truth. The religion he founded came to be called Buddhism. Buddha dedicated the rest of his life for the good of the people. He proceeded to the Deer Park near Saranath in the neighborhood of Banarasa and delivered his first sermon. This was called the Dharma Chakra Pravartana, or turning of the wheel of Dharma, that is the Dharma Chakra. This is the symbol of Buddhism. For 45 years, Gautam Buddha roamed around teaching his principles. His personality and simplicity attracted the people towards Buddhism. Buddha attained parinirvana at Kushinagara in Uttar Pradesh at the age of 80. Edwin Arnold calls him the light of Asia. It is interesting to note that Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death were all on the full moon day. Full moon day means Purnima. His birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. Next, teachings of Buddha. Buddha preached his Buddha preached his followers four basic principles such as Satya means truthfulness, Ahimsa non-violence, Asteya non-stealing, and Brahmacharya chastity. He also preached four noble truths, Arya Satyas. They are first one, worldly life is full of sorrows. Second one, desire is the root cause for sorrows. Third one, when desire ceases, rebirth ceases. Fourth, desire can be overcome by following Ashtanga Marga. What are the Ashtanga Margas? Ashtanga Marga consists of first right faith, second right thought, right speech, right conduct, right effort, right meditation, right livelihood, right mindfulness. Buddha gave importance to conduct and not to rituals and sacrifices. He opposed caste system and advocated equality. He gave importance to ahimsa. He did not refer to God. Buddha admitted men and women of all castes into the Sangha. Next, spread of Buddhism. Buddhism spread far and wide in India. It crossed the boundaries of India and spread to China, Tibet, Myanmar, Ceylon, Central Asia, and South East Asia. What are the causes for the spread of Buddhism? First one, simple teachings. The teachings of Buddha were simple and easy to know, easy to follow. So it was accepted by the masses. Second one, vernacular language. Buddha preached in Pali and Prakrit, the language of the common people, which was easily understood by all, and many people accepted Buddhism. Third cause, the principle of equality. Buddha opposed caste system and preached social and gender equality. Next, fourth, personality of Buddha. Lord Buddha was a man of dynamic personality. His effective way of preaching through parables and stories was unique. Love, sympathy, and compassion made the religion popular. Next, fifth one, role of Buddhist Sanghas. The Buddhist monks and nuns undertook long and arduous journeys to far away countries and rendered yeoman service in spreading the message of Buddha. Sangha became the preaching centers of Buddhism. Next, royal patronage. Great emperor, great emperors like Ashoka, Kanishka, and Harshavardhana patronized Buddhism and popularized the teachings of Buddha. Next, Buddhist councils. The first Buddhist council was held in about 483 BCE at Rajagriha. It compiled the sayings of Buddha. Second council. The second Buddhist council was held at Vaishali in 383 BCE. It tried to remove the differences between Buddhist monks. Third council was held at Pataliputra in 250 BCE. Fourth council was held at Kundalavana. It is situated in Kashmir, Srinagar, near to the Srinagar, in 102 CE. It it tried to settle the differences among the monks, but the religion itself came to be divided into two sects, namely Hinayana and Mahayana. Next, literature of Buddhism. The teachings of Buddha are called in three Pitakas, means three baskets. They are first one Vinaya Pitaka, second Sutta Pitaka, third Abhidhamma Pitaka. These are the most important sacred books of Buddhism. Next, contributions. Buddhism also contributed to the development of art and architecture. Buddha's disciples built stupas, viharas, and chaityalayas at various palaces. The statue of Buddha at Amravati, Nagarjuna Konda, and Ajanta are famous. The stupas at Sanchi, Amaravati, Nagarjuna Konda, etc. are famous. Viharas and Chaityalayas can be seen at Kanheri, Karle, and Nasik. Gandhara art also developed. Okay, this is about Buddhism and about founder of Buddha, his teachings, his personality, and many points today we are studied. I hope all of you understood. Thank you.